Hey everybody, GMGenie here with a quick post about starting a new campaign. I myself am starting a new campaign. It's kind of a game where the PCs are a pop band who are also superheroes. The first session they're going to be recruited in kind of Last Starfighter style to defend the galaxy in kind of a myth and magic in space kind of a setting. Turns out that fame and popularity fuel superpowers. You know, as long as you've tasted the nectar and ambrosia. The tagline is superstars by day, superheroes by night. Our players and I are definitely looking forward to it, and the first thing we did, so it's the first thing I recommend any game master do, is to set aside the first week you meet to be a proto-session. It's a session where we get together, I have notes, so we could play, but we all know we're probably just going to spend the time talking about the campaign and fleshing out character concepts. And I find that this really alleviates first session anxiety. I, as a game master, always go into my first play session with the fear that I haven't prepared enough. Don't be afraid of that. You have to remember that even though you're already very involved in this campaign world, enough to be aware of the parts you haven't prepared yet, your players know nothing about this campaign. And they're going to be perfectly happy having a session where they just hang out, learn about the campaign, and decide what kind of party they want to be. It gives you a very easy job on your first session to tell them about your game world, and you've prepared enough to do that, and to be open to any ideas they may want to bring into the game. Keep your notebook handy. Now, just a quick note, when I say tell them about the campaign, here's what I mean. I don't mean that you are writing the story regardless of their input. I mean that when you are the game master, the players are here to experience the campaign that you've put together, looking to you to know what kind of game this is, what kind of game world this is going to be, maybe what the party's relationship is. They want to be told this stuff so that they can participate. Now, that being said, it is your job to hold loosely to the details you've created. You may have some broad strokes for your campaign that can be somewhat non-negotiable, right? I'm doing a campaign about a pop band who is superheroes. That's what I'm doing. But the details of who they are, what their relationships are like, what exactly this world is like, what year it is, what kind of adventures they go on, these are all the detail strokes that the players can be in charge of. And they're only going to have more influence over the details as they start affecting the story through their characters. That's the reason you're going to want to start confident in your story skeleton. The other way in which you need to hold loosely is you can't be afraid of giving spoilers. I know you've planned this campaign with all these great villains and plot twists and cool, surprising things for them to encounter, and that means you may get asked some uncomfortable questions during a proto-session. People may ask you for information about something that you really didn't want to reveal until the first play session, but it's okay. You have to give your players information. Don't be so afraid of giving spoilers that you leave them flying blind. So that's some guidelines on the proto-session. The other advantage of doing a proto-session is that it can give you material to build a scenario out of. I'll have more to say about scenario building next week after the party has gone through their first real scenario, so until then.